Okay, so here we are back in the car. You know where you love it the most in the car, don't you, eh? Oh, that sounded wrong. Anyway, here I am with a device from Motorola. Now, we gave Motorola an email and we said, can we borrow the Motorola Droid, please? And we'll review it. That's basically going to be known as the milestone here in the UK or here in Europe. And they said, no. So we said, well, can we borrow the Motorola Dext, which is known as the Click in the USA, and they said yes. So hopefully if we review this, they might send us the Motorola milestone to review. So here's the box, or well, part of the box. I've already taken it to bits. It's the first phone with social skills. So hopefully the phone will pop out of your pocket and go up to the bar and order yourself a drink, maybe bring a lady back, you never know. So a few of the specs: it includes a 5 megapixel camera around the back. No flash, unfortunately, but still 5 megapixels, not too bad. 2 GB preloaded micro SD card in the back. Access to thousands of applications through the application Android store, should I say. A 3.5mm audio headset plug and GPS. We've got Wi-Fi. All the usual stuff that Android comes with. Now, we've got a 3.5mm audio cable in there. Audio cable, what am I talking about? Audio headset, so you can bop along to some tunes. It's got those lovely retro cushioned earpiece bits on there. I don't know if anybody actually uses those anymore, but you've also got the ability to use that as your hands-free kit, so that you don't go being naughty and driving around with the phone held to your ear. This is the power supply. Obviously you plug in the USB cable there, the other end of that goes into the phone. It's a micro USB port, which most phones will be from now on because of the new decision to have micro USB as the default charger socket for phones. Here is the handset itself, lovely Motorola logo on there. The first thing I thought when I took this out of the box, because this is a QWERTY device, this is one of the first Android devices really with a QWERTY keyboard, obviously apart from the G1 and other handsets like that. And here we've got the QWERTY that slides out from the side. The first thing I thought when I actually slid it out was that it does seem a little bit of a dull. It's not as tight or as spring-loaded as I would normally expect from a HTC device, say, for example. It's quite a dull thud when it slides in and out, but the screen sort of orientation change is really fast. I'll just put my teeth in so I can stop talking utter rubbish. But you can see there, even though this MotoBLUR interface has quite a lot of little widgets on there, it changes really quite quickly indeed. So a point to Android or to Motorola, whoever deserves it the most for doing that. That's quite quick. The handset itself, let's give you a quick tour. You can see there I've got a flashing LED here on the top right. That means that something has happened within the MotoBLUR interface, which is what Motorola call their sort of GUI here. HTC call it Sense, but Motorola call it Blur. Now, on the top, right slap bang in the middle, we've got the 3.5mm audio connector. So you plug your headset into there, and you can bop along to Girls Aloud or whatever you're into. The 5 megapixel camera there on the back. This lovely sort of a effect on the back here with these indented little holes here. I don't know what that reads in Braille. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it says this is a good phone, buy it now, it's available on Orange. Maybe it says that, I don't know. You can slide that off there like that, and that's the back cover obviously. SIM card bottom right, and the 2 GB micro SD there. They're both protected by little rubber sort of holsters that hold it in place. There's the battery that you pull out. I'll just show you it booting up actually. It is a battery. It doesn't tell you how many milliamp hours is actually on here, but no doubt I'll put that somewhere on the bottom of this review. So there's the battery, slides in there, and then you put this in here. Obviously no stylus because we don't use styluses anymore. This is 2009 straight 2010. Nobody uses those anymore. You power it on with a little power button here on the right hand side. Press that in, it vibrates, on it comes, little black sort of Batman style Motorola logo there. And you say to anybody, I mean, I showed this to my wife last night, and she said instantly this is a very nice looking device, a very swish device that she would consider. I mean, the keyboard is friendly enough. It's very nice rounded keys, very easy to locate. The navigation control here is very nice, although I would like one down here. I do miss my little trackball because I am a heavy HTC Hero user at the moment, and I like my little navigation control down here. But there it is on the left. We've got the shift key here is a little hard to find. It's a little tiny key on the bottom left here. We've got the alt key, which is larger and will give you access into the little special characters on the keyboard here. Down here on the bottom right is a camera button. Press that, it takes you straight into the camera application. You can snap away with your 5 megapixel camera. Excuse me. Home key there will take you back to home. There's the orange logo. Thanks to Orange, by the way, for also arranging this. Right, so there we go. We're on the main lock screen. It says screen locked. You've got time, battery, network activity, what network I'm on. You press home there, and you get into this MotoBLUR interface. I'll show you a little bit more about that in a moment. I just want to show you also on the left hand side we've got the volume down, volume up, and we've got a little switch here, and when you switch it, it instantly sets the ringer to silent, so it's not going to do anything with that switch down. It's not going to interrupt you. Really easy to just flick when you're going into an important meeting or maybe a discussion about your bowel movements. So you turn that off and on. We've got a wonderfully fast GPRS connection here, so I can show you literally not much, but here we go. We've got the Motorola Blur interface. Very easy to find call button there on the bottom left. They haven't wasted space by putting a call drop key because you don't need it because you're not making a call. You press that, and let's just hide this bit because I think it's going to come up with somebody's number. I can instantly, here we go, we've got a normal sort of dial platform, so I can go 0845 123 456. I can't really hear that. Let's just turn the volume up and turn that up a bit. And we've got recent calls, frequent calls, speed dial. We can hit this and go into our contacts, which is already synced, because when you first turn it on, it will sync with Google and pull down your contacts. You can also sync it with your computer. So here you've got my life basically in these widgets. So I've got messages. I've got to see if I've got any text messages. No, I've got no text messages because nobody loves me, but it will feed the Facebook messages, the Twitter messages into a universal inbox. So you can click on your universal inbox and you can see any messages that you've had directly from tweeters, from your Twitter friends, basically, and from Facebook. I can see here on my happenings widget here that I've had a little update from Facebook there from somebody that I'm friends with. But if I scroll one to the right, here's a Twitter update. So it sort of integrates all the Twitter updates and the Facebook updates in one happenings widget, as Motorola call it. Here I can click on this and I can set my status, so I can instantly add an update which will go across Twitter and Facebook if I want, and other social networking sites if I've logged into those. But it's just little things like, and this is great, Motorola, well done, but if I set my status and I just want to set it on Twitter, and I go, I am currently, very nice keyboard by the way, very easy to type on, I am currently filming an, a Dext review. But have you noticed something it's not doing? It's not telling me how many characters I've got left. So with Twitter, obviously, you've only got 140 characters, I think, that you can type. And it doesn't tell me how many characters I've got left. So I'm flying blind a bit there. So there's a little tiny things. Also, I found here, this is great. We've got the similar sort of interface that we have with the Hero. You can slide to the right, to the left. You've got loads of widgets. But just the simple things like, let's say I want to get rid of this, so press and hold it, drag it down, bye bye. And I want to have a clock. And I go, right, what do you want? What do you want to add to your home screen? Widgets, please. Okay, what widget do you want? I want a type of clock. I want to have, oh. And you can only choose one clock, from what I can see. Now, coming from the HTC Hero or the HTC Tattoo or any other HTC device with the HTC Sense interface, you're used to being very spoilt. You've got many dozens of widgets. You've got many dozens, I believe, of different versions of clocks. But here on Motorola, on the Motorola BLUR, you've got one clock, and that's your lot. You can download some more, no doubt, but you know, out of the box, you'd expect more than one clock. Other widgets, which, I mean, I've brushed over this, but this interface is fantastic. You know, you can sort of click, drag, drop, click, drag, drop. Fantastic. And, you know, you can press and hold. There's a little, by the way, did you see that little dots at the top here tell you whereabouts you are on the screen? But obviously I'll do a more close-up video for you here. I'm just skimming over it, and I know you can't see it that well on this video. I've got to apologise for that. But I will do a video with a bit more of an up-close image on that interface. It's very fluid, very nice indeed. I'll be using this for the next few days and writing a review on it. I'm using it as my primary device so I can see whether I love it or not. And I'll be showing you more about it in the coming days. So keep an eye on coolsmartphone.com.